I'm a single woman in her 40s. Have I downloaded every dating app? Yes. Have I deleted every dating app? Yes. Have I downloaded every dating app again? Yes. Have I deleted every dating app again? Also, yes. I'm a single woman in her 40s. Hang out with me tonight? No, I'm gonna need 5 to 7 business days notice. Actually, this is the end of December, so let's shoot for February 15th. I'm a single woman in her 40s. Go looking for love? No, I'm gonna need Mr. Right to teleport into my living room. Thanks. I'm a single woman in her 40s. Do I want you in my life? Maybe. Do I need you in my life? Absolutely not. I'm a single woman in her 40s. Stay over tonight? I'm gonna need you to actually call yourself a lift and lift yourself right on out of my house so I can get a good night's sleep. I'm a single woman in her 40s. I'm going to need to see this signed permission slip from your therapist before you approach me romantically. I'm a single woman in her 40s. If a man wants to, he will. No, actually, if a man won't, I'll find someone who will.
If you're single, stop scrolling. Okay, here's the deal. I'm 41, I'm single. Do you ever feel this way? Do you ever just feel like you'd rather just date yourself? I'm over it. My 20s and 30s, I was ready to go. 30s, I got married, so never mind. But 20s, I think I'm just being bitchy. Or you could tell me if I'm wrong. I'd rather just date myself. That's how I feel. One, I can cook for myself. I can go sit in my movie room, watch a good movie. I like my own company. I'm cool. I got the good wine, okay? I don't have to worry about it. I think I'm hilarious. So I can entertain myself. And Hakuna Matata. Do you know what I mean? So this guy, though, but he's age appropriate. And I'm like, okay, you got to get yourself out there. You're 41, like, please. This is getting a little crazy at this point. Next time you're going to go to dates 50? Okay. Anyways. He's indecisive. It's kind of turning me off, but I'm not telling him any of this because I'm like, don't be that way, but don't be a sour Skittle Bobby. He's like, I could pick you up, or do you want to meet me there? And meet me there. I'm like, where are we going? And he's like, well, we could go to dinner. We go to Mexican. We go to Italian. What do you like? I'm like, okay, I like Italian. I'm like, this is fine. He's like, or we could go bowling, or we could do this. I do like to bowl, but my problem is it's a first date, and I'm just like, I don't like the ping pong. Okay, this is not. Okay, unless you want to go play beer pong, sign me up. Although I don't really think he does that because he's like a suit and tie kind of guy. So I'm just like, but I'm like, I just gotta dust the cobwebs off, right? I just gotta go out there. He's just trying maybe, and I'm just being, But no, I like a plan. Just say, hey, I'm gonna pick you up at 8, which I'm gonna need a nap that day. And we're going to go to dinner, and this is where it's at. And then, after Shabbat Shalom. You know what I mean? Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. That's what I like. So more of the story is I need advice, but also, am I just being a bitch? Anyways, I love you, mucho. Bye.
I am 44 years old, and I am newly single after 24 years of marriage. I have been dating for the last few months, and let me tell you, it's wild out there, y'all. I'm already racking up some stories. I was thinking I might want to share a few of them here. Some things I've learned, some things that I've experienced, some things that I have thankfully not experienced because I realized it was a bad situation before I got myself into it. Of course, there's always the guys who tell me they're single and they're actually married. There's the guy with the Schmex machine. Yeah, I have a story that talks about something like that. Dating has been an adventure. It has been fun. It's been crazy. It's been healing. It's been validating. It's been exciting. There's been more good than bad, okay? But I'm racking up some stories. I would love to share them. Let me know if you want to hear more.
So I've cracked the code on dating. I just had a girlfriend call me, and we're all in this dating pool together in our 40s and 50s. And I've realized that what's happening is that we're basically changing the game of dating. Like all of us who have been in long-term relationships, 10, 20 years that are now out of them, we're changing the game on its head because as women, we can literally provide the life that our husbands once could and more. We can provide that life for our children, for ourselves, create business, do all these wonderful things. And we're looking at the men or our counterparts like, what do you have to offer? What are you bringing to the table besides dick? All right? Because I can go by that too. What are you bringing? Are you bringing joy, laughter, love, financial abundance to add to my already financially abundant ass? Like, what the hell are you bringing? let me know.
So I got a girl's number. Waited a few days before I texted her. She was happy to hear from me. And made plans to go out. Totally made concrete plans. I verified. Something to the effect of, I'm available, can't wait. 7:30 Friday night. We were gonna get pizza, some outside place. You know, I like pizza. I like to try new pizza places, so that'll be fun. So I didn't text her Wednesday. I didn't text her Thursday. We're adults, right? I don't know her. I probably would have blown it anyway. My sarcasm doesn't come across too well in text. So Friday morning, I texted her, happy Friday. She hearted it. To me, everything was good. So I'm on the way to the restaurant, running a little bit behind, just like 5-10 minutes behind. But I wanted to be polite and say, hey, I'm running a little bit late. If you get there before me, grab an outside table. Her response was, are you kidding? I'm like, bitch, I could have not said anything and been late and you never would have got mad at me. And then she said, we'll have to reschedule. And I was like, we did say 7:30. I'm literally going to be 8 minutes late. I mean, right? That's not terrible. And she's like, no, you didn't confirm with me this morning. You didn't text me at all during the week. I was like, I didn't say this to her. I'm thinking to myself, I don't think we're supposed to confirm a second time if we already confirmed the first time. I responded to her, I do what I say. And that was all I said. And she hasn't responded yet. But I enjoyed the pizza. It was a good pizza. It was good, and I enjoyed it, and I sat by myself and ate it, and I had a great time. What sucks is I wanted to go to the gym, but I didn't go to the gym, so I'll go tomorrow morning. Anyways, am I the a-hole for not confirming? Or are we supposed to confirm and text during the week? I'm not a freaking 10-year-old girl. I don't text during the week. I have a life and business and work and all that other stuff I have going on. Are we supposed to text? I don't think so. Are we supposed to confirm? Apparently we are, because she didn't think so. And if we are, then I guess I fucked up. But anyways.
Dating apps that I use as a woman in her 40s in New York. Yeah, this is the most popular question that I've been getting lately. So I'm going to break it down for you. So the short list is Hinge, Bumble, Coffee Meet Bagel, and The League. Let's start with Bumble. This one takes the most work, but it is the most highly adopted dating app. Well, maybe less than Tinder, but anyway, it's highly adopted. That means there's going to be a wide variety of men on that app, which means it takes a lot more time to weed through. But I do my homework. Hinge, I find that these guys are a little bit more likely to be relationship inclined. There's no guarantees for anything, no matter what app you're on, but I'm just saying slightly better quality, usually. Again, this is only my experience, and this is only most of the time. Now, Coffee Meet Bagel. I love this app because this is where I meet all of my hot nerds. I love a good nerd. Give me a data analyst, give me a quant, give me a software developer. I love them. So on CMB, yeah, I'm not really going to meet the hottest guys necessarily. I mean, maybe, but that's not what it's about. I really think that intelligence is sexy. Intelligence is hot. So Coffee Meet Bagel sometimes works for me. As for The League, okay, this app is for highly accomplished professionals. Not a lot of people may know about the app, but it's definitely something to look into if you are that highly accomplished corporate person and looking for someone who is the same. So yeah, it really depends, guys, on where you're at in life. Are you in college? Are you fresh out of college? Are you struggling in life? Or do you have all your ish together and you're looking for someone who's at a similar place where you are and willing to meet you like exactly where you're at in life? I like to ask these people questions about, okay, what kind of music do you listen to? What kind of activities do you do? Where have you been in the world? All these different kinds of questions about their life, so I can get a good indication of if we are a good match and if we're going to be compatible. Listen, nothing is perfect, nothing is foolproof, but it helps to develop your own system of questions that are going to help identify what is good for you. I think this method is working for me because if you've seen my previous videos and seen the types of dates that I've been on and the places that I get to experience with these people I'm going on dates with, I really feel like I'm identifying people that are on my level and that are also within a similar lifestyle and taste level. And before all the insecure guys come through saying, oh, you just want to date rich men, you just want to date men with high status and this, that, and this, that, and the other, listen, I'm an executive at a Fortune 500 company, okay? And I'm dating on my level, so you date on yours.
Okay, so I get asked a lot what dating is like in my 40s. I am 44. I will be 45 tomorrow. And I will say that dating is weird. It's awkward. I'm not actively dating. I am on one dating site, which is Facebook dating, and I think I like that one because I can see if I have any mutual friends with these men. But I can say I haven't really gone on a date with someone that I don't know. I've gone on 2 dates, and both of the dates have been with men that I knew or men from my past. So I don't really know that I'm actively like looking, because I think I just want it to find me, which I think that's what we all want. And it's just, I don't know. I want God to drop somebody off on my doorstep. But I do think that it's not like it used to be. The messages I get on the app are just guys put in a little bit more effort. The waving the hand, the WYD. I normally won't respond to those kind of messages. I'm looking for something a little bit more in depth. But I have figured out one thing about myself is that in all of my past relationships and even in my marriages, I was a pursuer in those. I was the one who was the chaser and the leader, and I do not want to be that person anymore. I want to know what it feels like to be pursued. So I can talk to someone. Like, what's weird about these dating sites is that you'll talk for like days and you think the conversation is going somewhere, but then it doesn't. And that's fine. Like I said, there's no expectations here on my part. But I do know that I do get asked out a lot by a lot of younger men, and I'm not wanting to go down that road just because I feel like in my past it hasn't worked out. So I'm hoping that I'm hoping for someone a little bit older than me. But with age also comes past, and with past comes trauma. So I would like to think that I've not maybe 100% healed. I don't know if you ever are 100% over the trauma, but for the most part, I feel like I am. I feel like I'm in a good place in my life, and I'm okay being alone for once, because I've never ever been okay being alone. But for once, I'm perfectly fine being alone, and I'm not rushing. I feel like in the past I've rushed to be with someone and maybe settled when I didn't really need to settle, just because I wanted to fill a void that I couldn't fill myself. But now I know that I am content if it doesn't happen. But I want it to happen because I am a hopeless romantic and I want all the things. And yeah, one thing that I have noticed is neither date have I gotten flowers. What happened to all of those old school traditions and values? Let's bring them back. So yeah, that's been my dating experience. Not too much to talk about, but any of you ladies out there going through the same thing, how's it going for you?
All right, all of my fellow 40-something-year-olds who hate dating as much as I do. I have not been on a dating app in several months, and so I decided Friday night that I would get on one. And I matched with this guy, and we start chatting away, continued into Saturday and Sunday, and we'd made plans for Wednesday night. And then the more we talked, we were kind of like, we were kind of hitting it off. We're like, let's do Tuesday night too. Then comes Monday, and he's like, hey, do you think you can slip away and meet me for coffee? And so I do. The date was about 5 hours long, and it was great, went well. Very attractive man, great job, just all around seems like a great catch, right? So that night, it was great. Sent me a text afterwards, had a good time, all the things. Then Wednesday night, we go to dinner, and he picks out the place. I meet him at his house. We ride together to the restaurant. And as we're sitting there, kind of, halfway through dinner, he decides to tell me, he's like, you check a lot of my boxes. I'm really into you. I've told all my sisters about you. I say all mine, his 2 sisters. They've seen pictures of you and this and that. And I'm like, whoa. Slow your roll, bro. And so dinner still is fine. Great. We move on. I go back home. He sends me a bunch more text, kind of just, again, you know, I'm really into you. I really go after what I want. But it's at this point, it's just becoming too much. And I tend to like pump the brakes. And actually back up on the first night of our date, I just said, you know, I really just don't get excited. I've been in this dating game longer than you. He's been divorced 2 years. I've been divorced for 14. So yeah, I've been in this fucking single dating game for a hell of a lot longer. And he proceeded to also tell me he's gone on like 40 dates in 2 years. And I'm like, holy fuck, that is more dates than I've gone on in my life. Let alone in 2 years, Jesus. So anyway, you know, I tell him I'm not excited. I don't get excited just because I've had so many letdowns. So I contain any and all excitement. And he was kind of irritated by that. So after the second date, then he sends me a message the day after. And he's like, hey, I was reflecting on last night. I think I probably said too much, kind of opened up too much. I'm like, yeah, you think? And I just messaged him back like, hey, I get you being vulnerable, telling me how you feel. I'm just not in that place right now. It just seemed like an emotional dump and I'm still digesting it and I just handle things differently. And it kind of rubbed.
Dating when you're 40 sucks. There's no way around it. It sucks. It sucks. I was on Tinder today and I know it's, you know, whatever. Sue me. And every man that I saw, or every 3 guys, was a scammer. They were fake. They're too pretty. They have the best job. They're athletic. They're just beautiful. They're in some exotic background, travel. You can just tell. There's no way that all of these guys are between 30 to 45 minutes or miles away from me. There's no way. And then the guys who you know are real, bless their heart. There's no in between anymore. Like, where are y'all? What am I supposed to do? I mean, I could go out more, should go out more or something. My daughter's 14. It should be easier for me to do this, and it's not. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know what apps do you do. What apps? Do people use apps anymore? What are y'all doing to meet someone? It's very frustrating. I'm like this close to just giving up. You know, whatever.
Can we just talk about dating in our 40s right now? Have you tried it? Because I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it at all. So I'm talking to this guy. And when I say talking, like one day of text messaging, one day. We have not been on a date. We have not talked on the phone. This morning I get a message from him that says, good morning, I'm running behind this morning. I said, that's funny. I'm also running behind this morning. I hope you have a great day. It's only going to get better from here. The next message that follows says, how's it going to get better? So I'm already in the truck and I'm driving. So I decided to send him a video and I said, my day is going to get better as soon as I get in that Starbucks line and I get my coffee. That's what's going to make my day better. I don't know about you, but my day is going to get better then. The next message that follows makes me wonder why we even try dating. Why do we even try? The next message that follows says, I'm still in bed because my dick is in my hand and now I'm stroking it harder and I think I'm going to come. What? What? Fucking really? What? What goes through your mind that says, I think I'm gonna get this girl. She's gonna go out on a date with me when I send that shit. Like, really? Do better. Be better. I don't need a little boy who tells me about him playing with his pee-pee at 46 years old. I want a man who takes care of my heart. I also need a man who takes care of me in the bedroom. But not before we go out on dates and not before we get to know each other. The only thing that's gonna do, motherfucker, is get your ass blocked. I'm all set. do better, be better. Dating in your 40s sucks. I have my coffee. And now I'm going to get on with my day. Happy fucking Tuesday.